Trust me, you haven't heard of him.
Try me. I have a radio in my car. I stay current.
His name's 50 Cent.
How do you spell that?
50, like the number, cent.
Wouldn't that be 50 cent?
Everyone calls him 50 Cent. That's just what he's called.
What is that?
That would be 50 cent. Apparently the second F is silent.
I'll take it.
But, Mom, Victor gave that to me.
Lauren, we've talked about this. I want to listen to it first.
No one else's parents care what they listen to. This is totally unfair.
Totally. Moving on. I'd like you to explain this homework to me.
What about it? It's a vocabulary sheet.
Yeah, I looked at it last night. It was a perfect vocabulary sheet. What happened?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Since when does chivalrous mean to feel chilly? And momentous does not mean to have big mountains.
So, I made a mistake. People make mistakes, right, Grandma?
Stay out of this. Lauren, why did you change these answers?
We're gonna be late for school.
Lauren.
Because last time I got 100. I was the only one in the class, and Mrs. Kaplan made a big, huge deal out of it and put my paper up on the bulletin board.
How awful for you.
See, you don't get it. Everyone was talking about me, and at lunch, Melissa Bland started calling me Sister Suck-Up and Foreign Lauren.
What? That doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't matter. It rhymes. Even Victor was laughing.
So this was your solution? You deliberately wrote wrong answers to impress the dumb students?
I knew you wouldn't understand.
You're right. I don't. Get in the car. Do you hear all that? See what she's becoming?
Ever since she was born, I warned you about the gangrene years. Had you listened, you wouldn't be surprised now. What are you looking for?
I had some brochures over here.
I didn't want the plumber to see them.
There is nothing wrong with private school,
This is a
Mom.
public school student who went to Harvard and became a judge.
Well, that's different. I was good in school. Lauren is totally disinterested.
Then, by all means, spend $10,000 a year so she could be totally disinterested wearing a uniform. Over the line?
Yeah, a little bit.
Merriweather Academy? You're serious?
I'm just taking a tour of the place. I'm not signing her up. She couldn't start till next year anyway. Why is this such a big deal?
It's not. It's just that I didn't know you had your heart set on turning into a Republican.
The Kennedys all went to private schools.
You want to turn into a Kennedy?
Judge Gray,
Mr. McLaren?
how are you?
I'm, still vertical.
I'm David McLaren.
Bruce Van Exel.
Nice to meet you. Well, it's, nice to see you vertical. Would you excuse me? I have a... Thanks.
Still vertical?
I get nervous.
Why?
I don't know. It makes me nervous. Don't you have people in your life who make you nervous for no reason?
Do I look like I have people who make me nervous for no reason?
I do not understand. I always go to that meeting.
Uh-huh. You always write a letter to the commissioner the next day apologizing for your behavior.
I do not.
Well, that's right. I always write the letter of apology and sign your name to it.
You're joking.
Oh, I wish I were, Maxine. We're trying something new this year. It's a pilot program. It's called You Stay in the Office While I Go to the Budget Meeting by Myself.
Maxine, a woman named Carrie White appears to be staging a sit-in at your desk.
Miss White, this is unexpected.
What did you do with my kid?
You were present at, Kayla's court hearing?
Yeah, and the judge said he was putting her in that group home on Martell Avenue.
Until you have a certified 6 months of sobriety.
So where the hell is she?
Let's settle down. I'll get you some water.
I don't want your water. I want to know where Kayla's at. I went over to the damn home, and that troll at the desk never heard of her.
When was this?
Yesterday, I went by on my way back from my meth clinic. I wanted to show Kayla that I was doing good, how I quit using and everything, but she wasn't there.
Well, I'm sure there's some explanation. Maybe the woman at the desk is new.
She checked with her manager. They looked at the computer, at the roster, everything. And my kid's not there, and I want to know where the hell she is.
Okay, Jason Richards, Rachel Byler are both minors seeking sole custody of their daughter Ellie, born 4 months ago. Their requests have been filed by their parents and joined for hearing. Is that about right?
It is, Your Honor.
Seems relatively straightforward.
Not for long.
Are they in the right courtroom?
Your Honor, these are members of the Byler family?
I take it that the Byler family is Amish,
That's correct.
which would make Miss Byler herself Amish,
Yes.
which would mean I'm a little confused. Since when do Amish teenagers have babies out of wedlock?
They don't. But Rachel met Jason and became pregnant during Rumspringa.
Okay, still confused?
It's a rite of passage. During Rumspringa, Amish teens are allowed to spend time out in the modern world before deciding whether to reject it.
And while they're out there deciding, they're what, out there partying with the rest of teenage America?
Basically, yes. Until they figure out whether they want to return to the church. Rachel left her community several months after she met Jason. And she's been living with his family in Hartford for most of this past year.
And you wish to return to your community, Miss Byler?
Yes, ma'am. I do.
The Bylers are willing to assume complete financial responsibility for Ellie.
So are the Richards.
My client has been Ellie's sole caretaker for the last 4 months.
Because my client has been going to school and working to support his child and her mother.
Well, whatever the reason, we can demonstrate that the child's attachment is to Ms. Byler. And Ms. Byler feels that her and the baby are best served living with her large extended family.
All of whom live in houses without electricity and drive buggies.
Mr. Richards.
Our family can provide that baby a normal life.
That's enough. Okay, I see both sides have entered written evaluations from child psychologists into evidence, so that means I have some reading to do. We will reconvene at what time, Mr. Van Exel?
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock it is. Thank you.
McCarty! There you are.
You know what, Todd? I find it irritating that you run around yelling McCarty like we're working at a fast food restaurant.
Oh, is that what they do at fast food restaurants? I've never worked at one.
I don't know where you were before, but there's a certain protocol around here that Lily established.
Oh, yeah. Now, look, we just got a 10-year-old boy in with 3 fingers severed in a biking accident. Now, the kid's grandmother is on her way down right now, but she just called from her cell phone to tell us that he's HIV positive.
And we need to get a doctor for infectious disease down here.
Just page it. Let's go on and do a full intake, administer Ancef 60 milligrams, okay? Oh, and thanks for that protocol update. I'm going to take that to heart, really.
Kayla White, K-A-Y-L-A. You're not serious. W-H-I-T-E, like the house. The President's house. Of the United States of America. One nation, arguably, under God.
Maxine, I found her.
Listen, this has been edifying, but I have to say goodbye. Where is she?
You're not gonna like it.
Is she in the morgue?
No.
Then I assure you, I will like it.
Clarksport Institute.
Well, that doesn't make any sense. Clarksport is a psychiatric facility.
I told you weren't gonna like it. See, you're probably thinking what I thought, which is someone found her on the street, she mouthed off, they locked her up for 24 hours on a 5150, but that's not it.
Then what is it?
She was transferred there from the group home. Because of the budget cuts, the state sent her there to live.
Dwayne? Hi, I'm Dr. McCarty.
I said my grandma's coming.
She's on her way. How are you feeling?
Is it true what the nurses said? You've got my fingers in a fridge somewhere?
Believe it or not, that's the best and safest place to keep them.
And you can put them back on, right? Like nothing ever happened?
Dwayne, listen to me. Dwayne, hey. Look, I know this is scary, man, but you've got the best doctors, and we're going to do everything we can.
What are you waiting for? You're the doctor, right?
I'm one of the doctors, but in your case, we need another doctor, a special doctor, to make sure that no one else gets sick while we're making you better. You understand?
Because I've got HIV.
That's right.
Just tell me you can fix my fingers. The HIV, that's one thing. No one can see it. But if I don't get all my fingers, I don't want to stay like this.
As soon as the other doctor gets here, we're going to get started.
When Rachel first told me she was Amish, I thought it was a joke. We met at a keg party. There wasn't a whole lot of Amish coming off her. But then Rachel explained to me this Rumspringa thing, how you're supposed to use this time to decide if you want to be Amish.
And had she already made her decision?
Yeah, she said she wanted to stay. She didn't want to go back.
But that was before I really knew what it was like living out here and before I had my baby.
Miss Byler, you'll have your turn.
Look, I wanted her to stay. I told her, I'm making some money now. She could have lived with me and my dad, but Rachel's dead set on going back. And that's her choice, but I can't let her take Ellie with her. I don't want my kid to be like them. I mean, Rachel is the best-hearted person, but the way she grew up, it's really set her back.
Mr. Richards, I can't help but notice you keep looking at your father. Is there something he needs to say to me?
No.
Permission to speak, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
What my son is dancing around is a simple fact. This is a very, very sweet girl, but her upbringing has crippled her. There's no other way to put it. In the real world, she's unable to hold a job.
Objection, Your Honor. The real world.
I get it, Mr. Lippman. Continue, Mr. Richards.
I tried to employ Rachel at my office, but I had to fire her after 2 weeks. She didn't know how to use a computer. She had never even seen a calculator, and she barely evidenced a 6th grade education. Your Honor, if Ellie goes back with them, we will never see her again. And I admit, this is partly selfish. I don't want to lose her. But more than that, I don't want my son to lose his child. He doesn't know what kind of pain that will be.
Thank you.
Yes, I left a message. I left 3 messages, which makes this my 4th message. When you finally do locate Dr. Garner, will you tell him for the 4th time that we need him down here stat?
Big M.
You know what? I actually prefer McCarty.
Whatever. Why isn't the Johnston kid in the OR?
I've been trying to get infectious disease down here for hours.
How long have the kids' fingers been on ice?
It was 3 hours before they even got here. I'd say we're going on 7 hours and counting.
They're only going to be viable for another 2 hours, tops. I can't keep waiting. Let's just go ahead.
Without the infectious disease consult?
Yeah, that's what I said.
You know these aren't just guidelines, right? This kid is HIV positive. You want the infectious disease guy in the room.
It's hospital red tape is what it is. It's legal nonsense. You want to see this kid lose his fingers?
No, of course not. And if you knew me better, you'd know that I'm the last person in the world to give a flying crap about red tape. But if there's one thing that I learned from Lily...
Hey, Kyle, when you look at me, do you see a 30-year-old blonde with some dark roots?
No.
And when we're alone together, do you have an overwhelming urge to throw me on the floor and rip my clothes off?
Again, no.
Okay, then. So we're clear. I'm not Lily. Use triple gloves at all times. Take all standard precautions. Come on, let's get this kid prepped.
Sorry, visitors are not allowed in this area.
No, you misunderstand. I am not a visitor. I am Kayla White's social worker.
Well, only family members are allowed.
Let me be clear. Kayla White is a ward of the state. That makes me her mother and her father and her Uncle Matthew. Now show me where she is, or I will use whatever small power I have to make your life as difficult and disagreeable as I am able.
Do you think you can threaten me?
I believe I just did.
The girl you're talking about, she's in the infirmary.
Oh, dear God.
Why did you let this happen?
Kayla, I just heard about it. Who did that to you? Kayla?
My roommate. She just went full-out psycho and started wailing on me in the middle of the night.
And so you put restraints on her?
It's standard procedure after an altercation. We put them on all patients in the infirmary. What are you doing?
She's not a patient. She's a 14-year-old foster child. The state has been housing illegally here.
You have no authority to do that. I'm calling security.
Fine. Tell them we'll meet them in the lobby. Kayla, I'm here to help you.
I told them I'm not crazy. I told them when they brought me in, but they wouldn't listen to me.
Well, they should have. Kayla, come with me. Okay, you're okay. Okay. Take a deep breath.
I'd share custody with Jason if I could, but there's just no way.
Why is that?
Because I'm going back to be baptized next month. Once I become a member of the church, I'm required to break off all contact me and my baby have with the English world. Even with Jason. I have to. It's a condition of joining the church.
And if you continue to have contact with Mr. Richards after you're baptized?
They freeze her out. Rachel and Ellie, they abandon them both.
Mr. Richards, you've had your turn.
No, he's right. If I ever saw Jason again, or Ellie did, it would be considered an unforgivable sin.
That seems unduly harsh. Mr. Byler, is this true? You would not allow Rachel to maintain contact with Ellie's father?
It's not just me, it's the community. Our tradition is one of separation. It's what defines us. And if Rachel continued to have contact with this English boy, we would have no choice but to shun her.
And when you say shun...
The community would turn its back on Rachel and Ellie. They would be sent to live by themselves. Our family would be prevented from talking to them or even talking about them.
See, this is what you're sending Ellie back to. It's like a cult.
Mr. Richards...
Well, what does it sound like to you? Look, I know what this is about. She's afraid that we won't be able to take care of her by ourselves, that we won't have the money.
You keep saying that, but it's not about money. It's more than that. I can't live the way people live here. It's too lonely. Everything moves too fast. I miss my family. I want Ellie to know them.
What about my family?
Jason, you barely have a family. Your mother lives somewhere in Florida. Your father's home too, maybe 3 nights a week.
For God's sake, he's being penalized because I work hard?
I grew up with 8 brothers and sisters. My grandmother still lives with us. If you let my family take her, Ellie will never have to come home to an empty house. Or even a babysitter. And no, she won't learn how to use a computer or drive a car, but she will learn other things. My father will wake her up in the middle of the night to see a newborn calf. She will go to sleep to the sound of the rain on the wheat, under a quilt made by all the women, with a prayer in every stitch. How can anyone call that an inferior life?
I understand you're crowded. All the facilities are crowded. But it's just 1 bed for 1 small girl and... Hello? Hello? That was my 18th call. I believe that's actually a new record. Apparently there are no existing beds anywhere, no matter how small the girl. And you want to know why that is?
Because my friend the commissioner...
Because your friend the commissioner doesn't know how to allocate his funds.
He's not my friend.
Let me go to that budget meeting tomorrow. He needs to be made aware.
It's not my decision. Commissioner called last week, asked that you not attend.
He said me, specifically.
He spelled your name. Good night.
Are you angry? Because if you're angry, we can talk tomorrow.
I'm not angry.
Well, you look angry. I just took a call from a private placement, a couple named the Cliffords. They say they've dealt with you for 15 years and they'd be willing to take Kayla just based on that.
Bless you.
There's more.
And this must be the bad news.
I kind of did an informal survey of our residential facilities. This whole thing is worse than you thought. This past week, another 12 girls have been transferred to Clarksport. These are their files.
Hey, listen to this. I'm into having sex. I ain't into making love. So come give me a hug if you into getting rubbed.
Welcome to the world of 50 Cent.
You know him?
Not personally. But he is on Rebecca's Things to Annoy My Dad with list.
I tried to listen to the CD. Couldn't make out a single word. Had to go online to find the lyrics. So come give me a hug if you into getting rubbed. That's what Lauren's listening to.
Here's my theory. You can complain about it, and it'll be a 2-year phase. Or you can ignore it, and it'll be a 2-month phase.
Or you can do this.
And then she'll download it, and the FBI will be at your door.
You know what? Maybe I'd be doing Baby Byler a favor if I shipped her off to Lancaster where she'd never see MTV or have a boyfriend at age 11.
Good. I was hoping we moved to the ex parte portion of this conversation.
Okay, hypothetical. When you saw Witness, didn't it make you want to go live there and grow a beard and go to a barn raising?
No. But I did want to put Sam Cooke on the car stereo and dance with Kelly McGillis in the Halo.
See?
I think this is more about Lauren Cassidy than it's about Baby Byler.
You know what? You're religious. Why did God do this? Pump them full of time-released hormones and turn them into monsters when they hit puberty?
I think the theological reason is so we'll be glad to see them leave for college.
That's it? That's all you got?
Look, don't worry about the Byler case. You're just rusty from slumming up there in criminal.
And my hormone-infested daughter?
Okay, take a deep breath. And remind yourself there's worse stuff coming.
It's a terrible thing to say. That doesn't make me feel good at all. You're a bad, bad shrink.
Hey, I'm a court services officer.
Tell me you're not doing a Z-line suture. You'll leave a scar.
We've been in surgery 6 hours. This kid can keep his fingers. I think he can live with a small scar.
Yeah, well, there's no reason for him to. Not when a mattress closure won't cause one. You've heard of those, haven't you?
His heart rate just hit 179.
What's his temperature?
101 and climbing.
It was 97 just a few minutes ago. All right, let's get some ice on him. Give me a hypothermic blanket, please. Who are you?
Dr. Garner with infectious disease. I had a page about Dwayne Johnston. What's going on?
Well, you can see for yourself. He's obviously developed an infection, which doesn't make a lot of sense since we've had him on a heavy dose of Ansef since he was admitted.
You're dealing with a HIV-positive child unless you gave him an antibiotic that's tailored to his virus. It's as if you gave him nothing at all, which is why I'm supposed to be here before you begin operating.
And if you'd answered any of the 6 pages we left you, you would have been.
Heart rate 182, 183.
This kid is about to go into cardiac arrest. Forget what we should have done. What do we do now?
At this point, all you can do is get his temperature down.
What do you think all this is for? All right, let's get some more ice on him. Rotate these packs. Give me another blanket.
My older daughter goes here, Nora. That's her, in the blazer. She's an ambassador. Oh, I still remember the nightmare of getting her in. And would you believe they had the wrong zip code and the acceptance letter was 3 days late showing up.
Oh, gosh, that must have been awful.
So I went to the post office, and I'll admit it, I bullied my mailman into digging through that bin until he found it. When I saw that envelope, do you know what I did?
A little dance?
I shouted, "My baby's going to Princeton."
Oh, excuse me. What are you doing here?
They got free cookies.
Hello, everybody. I'm Logan. I'm a 7th grader here at Merriweather, and I will be conducting your tour. But Merriweather is a lot more than just its buildings, or its library, or its new gym. In fact, trying to sum up the greatness of Merriweather would be inherently reductive.
What did you just say?
Merriweather is built
Reductive.
with rich and inspiring traditions.
I don't think I used reductive in a sentence until I was 30. Even then, it was a mistake.
I'm sorry. Is there a question in the back? Okay, then. Why don't y'all follow me?
You still asleep?
Yeah, but the fever's gone and the fingers look good. I just filled the grandmother in. Left out the part where he almost lost his life.
Yeah, if you're looking for an apology, you're not going to get one.
I'm not looking for anything.
Oh, this will brighten your day. Garner's going to bring me up in front of the Mortality and Morbidity Board.
It doesn't make any sense. The surgery was successful.
I'm new, and if they're going to dump me, they'll do it before they spend a lot of money on me.
When's the M&M?
10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Oh, and McCarty, you'll love this. Your presence has been requested by the Chief of Staff. So, I'll see you in the morning.
I trust you enjoyed the presentation. Thanks for coming. Do you have any questions?
Well, that wave particle thing, it's always bothered me. But that would keep us here past your bedtime.
Well, here's my email address.
I'll be in touch.
It was a pleasure meeting you. Drive safely.
If Logan is their best advertisement, I'm not encouraged.
I mean, Logan's going to be the next governor of California.
Well, what do you think, aside from Logan?
No. I just started this whole hideous process.
Me too. What are the schools you're looking at?
Probably the same ones you are. Chandler, High Point, Barrington. You know. Listen, I know this may be a sore topic. I owe you a cup of coffee. How about now?
Trying to get it over with?
No. I just thought...
Okay. Yeah, there's actually something I'd like to talk to you about.
I'll be back with a rag.
So what's up?
Well, this is a little awkward. One of the reasons I was looking into Merriweather for Lauren is... Well, do you think it's a good idea for Lauren and Victor to go to the same school?
I understand.
You do?
One of the reasons I'm looking at Merriweather is to get Victor away from Lauren. But I'm still... He's still... having nightmares. You know, he's seeing a shrink twice a week. I just don't think throwing a girlfriend into the mix is the right thing to do. If we both choose Merriweather, I'll arm wrestle you for it, and the loser has to choose another school.
The bun cake's a little stale and the tapioca looks watery. But I think you're safe with everything else.
Coffee? 2 coffees, please. Why don't you get the watery tapioca? I'll get the bun cake, and we can share.
All you owe me is a cup of coffee.
Where's your sense of adventure?
Maybe I don't have a sense of adventure. Maybe I don't want one.
That's no skin off my ass. More stale bun cake for me. Look, the Merriweather thing isn't going to be a problem. I honestly don't think I can send my son to a school that has valet parking on Parents' Night.
I don't think I could take my kid to a school where they have Logan for Parents' Night. Oh, what the hell? Let's order some shellfish.
Wow. Sense of adventure is one thing. Death wish is another.
Who knew you were funny?
Don't let it get out.
Oh, God. Is bill paying time already? How'd it go? Merriweather. I don't think I'd survive the parent nights. They can't all be that bad.
How long did the thing last?
I went out for coffee afterwards with one of the prospective parents. You know, compare notes and stuff.
Uh-huh. What'd she think?
She didn't like it either. I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed.
Good night.
Hello, Sean.
Maxine, what are you doing here? I told you twice you were not invited to this meeting.
Yes, you did.
2 times I told you. Just go on, get out of here. Quickly.
He's redone the office.
Maxine, I mean it. Go now. Commissioner Pollard.
Sean Potter. This is Sharon Yee, head of the Democratic Caucus. Well, this is a surprise. I didn't think you'd be able to make our meeting.
Maxine Gray. I freed up my schedule so I could talk to you about your latest budget cuts in person.
Maxine, a word?
What word?
I'd like to have a word with you.
After I have a word with the commissioner. I see you've redecorated. Is the living room ensemble new?
We've had that for several months. Is there some point to this, Ms. Gray?
God, I hope not.
Yes, there is. And it has to do with the fact that DCF seems to be able to afford couches for your office, but not beds for its clients.
That is a wildly unfair accusation.
Is it? Ladies, come in. This is Maria and Crystal, little Yolanda, and this is Jennifer. And I don't know the other girls' names, but I should, because they're all my clients, and none is mentally ill, which is why I had them removed from Clarksport Institute, the psychiatric hospital where they were being housed.
Maxine, you are so out of line.
Look, I know it's not the ideal situation, but the fact is there is a real shortage of beds.
Yes, one that you created, by the way you handle your budget cuts, which interestingly did not involve any boys. Apparently you feel that their programs are important enough to continue funding. What would you call that? State-sponsored sexism?
No, I wouldn't.
Of course you would. These girls need proper housing as much as their male counterparts.
I agree. I do. And I am working very hard to try to solve the problem. But right now, there just is no place better for them.
They look quite comfortable here. And I noticed that you have excellent bathroom facilities, a nice little kitchenette. I'm sure that the girls would be safe right here until you can find that better place.
By any measure, Ellie Richards is a very fortunate child. She has two intelligent, caring parents that are devoted to her well-being. Unfortunately, they do come from very different worlds. I wish I could see into the future. I wish I could tell you which one of these worlds would guarantee Ellie happiness and success. But I can't. Ellie not only has two parents, but also two families who love her, and I simply do not believe it's in her best interest to keep her from having a relationship with either one of them. So I am rejecting both requests for sole guardianship. My ruling is for shared custody.
No.
Your Honor, shared custody is the one solution that's not a solution.
Your Honor, I agree with opposing counsel. Shared custody is not an answer.
It is if I say it is, and I just did.
You're forcing my client to choose between her child and her heritage.
No, Mr. Lippman, her tradition is forcing her to choose. So I'm giving you 30 days to come to a settlement. Mr. Richards?
Jason, sit. You have to sit.
No, I won't do this. She'll be shut off from her entire family. They both will.
What are you saying?
I want Rachel to have custody.
What?
Your Honor, a recess?
Are you nuts?
Mr. Richards, let him speak.
Look, the thing that I really want here is for us to raise Ellie together here, but she's got to go back. This will ruin a whole life. I can't do that.
You will never see her again.
Dad, she's my kid. I know what I'm doing.
Well, I can file my own petition. I can file my own petition, can I, Your Honor?
You certainly have the right. But you would have to provide a preponderance of evidence to show that you are the better candidate to raise Ellie rather than her own mother. And in the absence of any abuse or neglect allegations, I have to say I do not think you'd prevail.
This is really what you want.
Yeah, it is. Really is.
Go ahead. Withdraw our case.
Well, Mr. Richards, you and your father understand that you are giving up the right to raise Ellie. Okay. Then I'm going to deny Mr. Richards' petition, and I'm vesting sole custody of Ellie in her mother, Rachel Byler.
I paged infectious disease at least 3 times. And Dr. McCarty called them several times as well.
And when you didn't get them, you, what? Just decided to go ahead and operate anyway?
Well, if I can explain.
That's why you're here.
I checked his white blood cell count. did a full Kim panel, and it was my judgment that the patient was okay to undergo surgery.
Your judgment dictated that it was acceptable to ignore policy and expose this entire institution to a multi-million-dollar lawsuit because you thought it was okay? Is that your defense? In my opinion, your judgment is severely flawed. I, for one, am going to recommend that your privileges be pulled immediately and that you be sent packing.
I'd like to say something. What Dr. Hooper did was a lot more reasoned than you're making it out to be. The T-cell count was high. The patient seemed strong enough to undergo surgery, and a decision had to be made. Either wait and let this boy lose half of his fingers or go ahead. And Dr. Hooper made a best-case decision. Now, if you don't think it was the right one, go talk to Dwayne Johnston. He's in his room having breakfast. Now, the truth is, I don't particularly like Dr. Hooper. But our train wreck of a hospital is lucky to have him, in my humble and not particularly solicited opinion. Though I would point out that you wanted me here. The problem is that I've run out of excuses for you.
Someone had to slap that sorry excuse for a commissioner into consciousness.
It had to be you. It always has to be you. You have no sense of the big picture here. The fact that we work for these people. Here's the thing, Maxine. You are making my job harder.
Your job is supposed to be hard, Sean. Housing foster children in a psychiatric ward because we're too cheap to pay for regular beds. Well, I just couldn't let that go.
You don't let anything go. That's the whole point. You jump to DEFCON 1 at the drop of a hat. You set these things in motion, and then I am left sending letters of apology and fruit baskets in your wake.
I will send the letter of apology myself. I take full responsibility for my decision.
No, it wasn't a decision. Decisions involve logical, considered thought. What you did was childish, emotional, and...
And what?
Look, you found safe beds for those girls, and that's huge. But you don't see anything wrong with how you accomplished it. And you don't seem to care that you could have cost me my job. Am I wrong to think of us as friends?
Of course you're not. But you and I both know that no one's going to fire you over anything I do.
The hell they won't, Maxine. This is some insane reality you've invented. Speaking of which, I don't know what's going on with you. Maybe it's Jared, maybe it's something else, but lately I'm worried about you, all right? And that's the truth. I want you to think about getting some help.
Help?
Go see someone.
Psychiatric help?
Therapy.
I've had therapy.
One session when your dog died is not what I'm talking about.
Is this an order?
It's a plea from someone who cares very much about your well-being, and I don't think you're well.
I appreciate your concern, Sean, but I simply don't have time for mental health.
Yes, you do. Starting Monday, I'm pulling you back to 20 hours a week.
You are not serious.
You've got to figure out what's going on, Maxine, for everybody's sake.
I gotta tell you, you're just about the last person I thought would throw me a lifeline.
Why'd you do it?
I don't really know.
Oh, sure you do.
It's a power play.
No, but of course you would think that. Someone did it for me once.
Let me guess, Dr. Rediger.
Yep. Not long after I got here, she called it a mulligan.
Oh, whatever. I appreciate it.
Well, for the record, you only get one.
Hello? In here.
Hi, I'm sorry I missed dinner. I was working late and then I stopped at the mall. Are you okay?
Why?
You're doing that thing. Angry knitting. Why are you doing that thing?
So I won't have to talk about it. What'd you buy at the mall?
The solution to one of my problems. I should call him $18.50. That's what he costs. Check it out. Clean lyrics. Turns out they put out an alternative version.
Remarkable. The capitalists have figured out how to turn anxious, overprotective parents into yet another source of income.
I don't know. When did I turn into Elizabeth Dole?
I'm not going to dignify that question.
Okay, so here's the plan. I'm going to wait till she's asleep, and then I'm going to swap this guy out with the one in her stereo. Think it'll work? What do you think?
It's worth a try. And it's a lot cheaper than private school.
Yeah, that was a bad idea, wasn't it?
Not my place to say. It was a very bad idea.
I know. I know. She likes her school. She's happy. She has friends. Some parents would consider that a victory, but not me. I want her to be smart and miserable like her mom.
You're not so smart. And I know for a fact you're not so miserable. You're back in juvenile court, and you're pretty happy about that.
You just cannot contain yourself, can you?
I didn't say a word for 2 whole weeks.
You're happy that I'm back in juvenile.
Because that's where you belong.
Yes, I am happy about that, but I have a lot of weird stuff going on right now, Mom.
Yes, Amy, I've noticed.
No, I'm not. It's not just about the non-wedding. That was this external symptom. It's an inner thing. I just feel so... God, what is the word? It's like I'm in the grip of something. And it's huge and powerful. And the more I try to make it right... Well, you said it yourself. What I did, it took courage, right?
Yes, it did.
Okay. So I pushed the boulder out of the road, but there's still a road, and I'm still... Oh, God. Now I'm using sophomoric metaphors. I give up. I just feel like there's something looming, and I can put up my best defense, but it doesn't care. It's still coming. You don't know what the hell I'm talking about, do you?
I know exactly what you're talking about. I know all about messes. If I believed in astrology, I'd say right now my moon is in the wrong house, or whatever the hell they say.
Well, if you know what I'm talking about, then you can answer this question for me. When I am trying to describe this feeling, what the hell is the word that I'm groping for?
Life.
You're gonna have to teach me how to knit.